All right, so you can obviously see I'm showing my face in this video, and I'm doing that because I think it's really important for you guys to see my passion and how I feel about this topic. As I messaged earlier today, we have found out that Springfield Public Schools does not want teachers to assign any credit for any work given, including extra credit. So I cannot use that as an incentive to get you to do the enrichment work that I'm sending you. So I created this slideshow and this presentation to kind of convince you and tell you why I think you should be working on the educational enrichment, even though you're not going to receive any credit for it. So this is my argument for why you should be doing it anyways. So here's my intro. So teachers in Springfield, we are not allowed to assign graded work even as extra credit, and that was my initial plan. So we need a new playbook. You should still choose to keep working on your education. That is what I'm going to try to convince you in this presentation. I'm working to provide educational enrichment to help make sure that the educational gap during this time does not get wider, meaning that you can stay on track, that you keep moving forward and you don't fall behind. And because of that, it's very important to continue to work on your mathematics skills. So here is my outline. I'm going to give you an overview. Grades are not the reason we go to school, the importance of continuity, self-determination, and self-responsibility, and then I'm going to summarize and let you know how you can contact me if you need to. So, overview. Why should you continue to work on your education when you're not being assigned a grade or credit? Well, number one, you should be doing schoolwork for more than just a grade. The grade just happens to be a byproduct of the effort that you're putting in and just reflects whether you're doing well or whether you're doing poorly. You are the primary driver of your own educational continuity right now. So you have choice, you are in charge. And if you want to be independent at some point down the line, now is the time to practice that by showing self-determination in your own education. So, grades are not the reason we go to school. Well, what do I mean by that? Well, you're not in school for a grade. Yes, you get a grade for what you do. A good assignment gets a good grade. A poorly done assignment gets a poor grade. An incomplete assignment will get an F. It will get a 0. But that's not why we go to school. You're not going to school to get a grade. You are going to school to get an education. You're going to school to learn. So whether or not you are physically in school, you should be trying your best to further your own knowledge no matter what, because that is literally the point of education. Whether or not it's done with the aid of a teacher or a tutor, the goal is to learn. The goal is to get yourself to be better than what you were before. So if you build on this mentality now, it's going to help you so much with life after you graduate from high school and enter the real world, where you will not have as many supports as you have now. Now is the time when it's safe to make those mistakes. So why not? That's my first reason. You're not going to school for a grade. So the fact that you're not getting a grade for the assignments that I'm giving you and you're not getting extra credit for the enrichment, oh well, that doesn't mean you shouldn't do it, because you should be working on this enrichment to help you improve your own skills. So next is the importance of continuity. So continuity, you can see inside that word continuity is the word continue, to keep moving forward, to keep it going. So no work done during this time that we're away is going to harm your continuity. So what do I mean by that? When we do return to school, that is going to happen eventually. Make no mistake about it. You're not going to be out forever. You're going to be at a disadvantage if you make the choice to do nothing while we're away. It's not going to hurt your academics now if you make that choice, but it will make it hard for you to do well when we return. So you're probably going to see an impact to your grade, not now and not from the enrichment that I'm giving you, but once we get back to school, if you're not ready, that's going to hurt you. And we know how important it is for us to have consistency. We know how a lot of times we forget stuff even after a couple of days. So think about the amount of time that we're going to be away and really put some effort in so that when we get back to school, we can jump back in. I have a responsibility to you, but you also have a responsibility to yourself to maintain your educational continuity. I'm doing all this work to make sure I'm giving you individualized lessons, to make sure that you're getting to work on the skills that you may not have had time to work on when we've been working on algebra standards or geometry standards or algebra 2 standards, whatever standards we're working on. A lot of times we don't get to work on the basics or get to spend enough time on those skills initially. This gives you that opportunity. So completing the educational enrichment I'm sending you will help you be better able to jump back in once we're allowed back to school. And again, that's only going to help you. So again, a second reason, the importance of continuity, it helps you in the end, even though it's not going to impact your grade now. Your brain needs to stay working. You need to keep it in gear. If you do not use it, you are going to lose it. So those skills that you worked so hard to build up so far this year, they will go away if you do not do work. I'm not trying to be an alarmist, but I'm just trying to be truthful with you guys. You guys know I don't tend to pull punches. I tend to be really honest with you. So again, this is why I'm doing this whole video, is to give you the honest reasons why I want you continuing to do this work and persuading you kind of on even footing, as opposed to me just saying, oh, I'm going to give you not a good grade or you're going to get a good grade for it. This is why I want you to do it outside of the grades. And finally, self-determination and self-responsibility. This is my last argument for why you should be doing this work even though you're not getting graded. Ultimately, you're responsible to yourself, not to me, not to anyone else. You are the only person who is living in your body who can say what it is that you need to be doing. In the long run, you can't depend on other people to do things for you all the time for the rest of your life. I talked about that earlier. You're not going to have the same support forever. So the earlier you start learning how to do more, reach out more, take more risks on your own, the better. I've talked to all of you. I know that each and every single one of you has the goal of being independent. At no point has anyone ever said, I want to get poor grades. At no point has anyone seriously told me that they want to give up, that they want to quit, that they want to be dependent on others for the rest of their lives. Every one of you has goals of making your own choices, of being in charge of yourself, of not having to be beholden to what someone else is telling you to do. And that's part of learning how to be an adult. So being independent means showing that you have the ability to be trusted to be independent. You guys also understand the concept that there are things in life that we have to do even if we don't feel like doing it. That life isn't just about wanna. Wanna doesn't take us anywhere. It's about learning how to be on a schedule, learning how to fulfill your responsibilities, learning how to go beyond just feeling like it. This includes things like chores, the things that you do to keep your house clean. I've given this example personally. If I don't keep my living space clean, I don't live in a clean house. I don't get to live in a clean house. I have to make that sacrifice even when I don't feel like cleaning. And I can tell you most of the time, I don't. It's not a fun thing to do for me. So even if this isn't fun, I'm really suggesting doing it because it's going to help you meet the goals that you've set. And you don't just get to magically wish upon a star and have things be the way that they want to be. You have to put that work in. Everything you do requires a sacrifice. Example would be if you choose not to do this enrichment, you're sacrificing your continuity. You're sacrificing your ability to do well when we get back. If you choose to do the enrichment, you're sacrificing whatever else you would be doing instead. Maybe playing with your siblings, maybe being on video games, maybe going on YouTube, whatever it is that you'd be doing instead, you're sacrificing. Everything you do, every choice you make does involve a sacrifice, and it's important to learn that. So that being said, prove that you want to learn how to be independent. Prove that you're ready to do this. Prove that you want to be treated as a more mature person. And as teenagers, you guys are all more mature than you were when you were little kids. So learn how to work without external rewards, without that carrot of having extra credit for doing it. Those are things that we do for stuff that we get on the outside. So examples would be getting good grades for good work. Examples would be getting paid for chores. Some of you get paid for the chores that you do. Examples might be some of you get money if you get good grades. When you were little, you might have gotten candy for doing something that someone wanted you to do. It may have been used as a tool to get you to behave better or whatever. But we don't have those forever. No one's going to keep being there giving you external rewards. So learning how to work without them is very important. And this is an opportunity to do that. And this is a tough situation. It's not easy for anyone. It's not easy for you, and it's not easy for me. But this is where we're going to show that we're resilient. This is where we're going to show that we're tough enough to get through this. You as students need to take this chance to prove to yourself and to the world that yes, you can get through a challenge, and yes, you can do independent learning. This is something that you're able to do, and I wouldn't ask you to do it if I didn't think you could do it. You guys know that. I'm pushing you because I know that you can, and I know it's going to help you in the long run. So in summary, things to remember, things to think about. I am here to support you. That is my job as your teacher. That is why I'm making these videos and spending time on doing that. This is the second time I tried to record it because I messed up the first time. So I'm spending time doing this. I'm not just out here not doing anything. I'm spending a lot of time to make sure that I have this stuff ready for you. So what I really mean by that is independent learning. Even though I'm asking you to do stuff on your own and make these choices on your own, it does not equal learning without support. I'm not asking you to learn isolated. I'm not asking you to learn without any help. I will help you. I will be there for you. I will do everything in my power to help you maintain your skills, but I need you to kind of make that first step forward so that I can do my job. It is so important to keep your educations moving forward at this time, no matter what obstacles we need to overcome. And work on that enrichment on Khan Academy while we're apart, even though it does not impact your grade, because it will impact your education. Ultimately, please, please, please be responsible to yourself. Make the most of the situation we've been thrust into and keep building your skills. So, how do you contact me? You got Remind. So you can get on Remind online, download an app on your phone, text your class code to 81010. You put an @ in front of the code when you're texting it. Email the code to whatever your class code is at mail.remind.com. Your codes are here: Algebra 1, 06B66, Geometry, D0A42, Math Apps, 93CF9, and Algebra 2, 2D, 2E1. That goes an @ in front of that code if you're going to text it. That goes in front of the email if you're going to email it, but I highly recommend downloading the app or signing on the website because that gives you more access over time. So get on Remind. This is what it looks like on your phone. Via email skellyt@springfieldpublicschools.com. First, you log into your email and select new message. This is what it would look like on your student email. You select that little new message button. Then you type my email into the line that says to, type help needed in the line that says subject, type in what you need in the big empty box. Then when you're done, you click the send button. So this is an empty form email. There you type my email in, type in help needed and to add a subject, type in what you need from me, and then click send, and I will respond to you. We'll figure it out. We'll find a way to get you the help that you need. So via Unified Classroom, this is another pretty easy way to do it. It's probably the easiest way to do it. Log into your Unified Classroom account. So this is the page that you have on your computer when you log in as a student. Unified Classroom right there. This is this page you're going to see. You select sign in with Microsoft. Then you get brought to this page. You need to type in your student email on the line that says email, phone, or Skype. And if your student ID is 00000, then you type 000@springfieldpublicschools.com right into that box right there. So type your student email here. Then you're going to get taken to this page. You type in your password underneath the email where it says password. Then you click sign in. Sign in right there. It's going to take you to the Unified Classroom page. Click on communication, and when you click on that, on the arrow, you're going to see messages. You click messages. Then once you do this, you're going to be brought to a list of all your teachers. Find my name and click on it right there. You're going to get a box like this. Any old messages from me are going to be on top. You type your message to me in the box that says send Teresa Skelly a message right there. And then once you're done, you click send. I'll get back to you. We'll figure out how to help you, whatever you need. We're going to figure it out. How do you contact me via PowerSchool? This is essentially doing it via email, but you don't have to create your own email. You don't have to log into your own email. You log into PowerSchool account by clicking the icon for Student Parent Portal. That's right next to the Unified Classroom account, and it's the same exact icon, so be careful. Make sure you're selecting the correct one. You guys have signed into this numerous times. Username is your ID number. Password is capital S, lowercase p, and then your birthday. You know how to do that. That's how you sign in. It'll bring you to it'll usually automatically bring you to grades and attendance page. If not, then click grades and attendance in the navigation menu on the sidebar. And once you get to grades and attendance, you find my class and name. You click email Skelly Teresa. You're going to be given options to email me, and then you follow the directions in the email section from earlier if you need any help. So ultimately, I know you can do this. I believe in you, and contact me if you need any help at all. I will make sure that you get it.